ladies and gentlemen, welcome to THON Thursdays, baby. Let's go. I'm super excited. Thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Christian Rude. We're so back. A little change of scenery. I'm in my own room at home from college over break. And it's Christmas. Merry Christmas to all that celebrate. Happy holidays. As you can see, I'm in proper attire for this lovely Thursday. So without further ado, let's hop right in. We have a pretty basic agenda. As always, THON weekend is February 20th to 22nd, 2026. It's coming up. Today we got a little holiday special. I'm pretty excited about that. And then a family education story. And our next meeting will be January 21st, 2026. So basically, what I'm thinking is I'm gonna make some TikTok edits of my friends and see how it goes. I've never made a TikTok edit before. I have some experience with CapCut and other video editing software, but I literally have no idea to make like the edits that you guys see on TikTok. But I have no idea like how to make any like TikTok edits. So I thought, why not make it a Christmas present for friends? And what better way than to start off with my best friend and co-captain for THON, my good friend Aaron Chung. So if you don't know Aaron, he's my co-head of security for THON 2026. I do a lot with this guy. So I think he'll really enjoy this edit of himself. And I thought he would be the perfect star candidate of what we're doing today. So he has no idea I'm doing this. This is completely like, I'm gonna learn how to make a TikTok edit, do the TikTok edit, and then send it to him at the end of this video. And we'll see. So let's hop right in. As you see, I have some YouTube videos on how to make edits in 5 minutes. Maybe we'll start off with this video. Not flip yet. I'm gonna start with this video most likely, but I also have TikTok of like how to make a TikTok edit. I don't really think searching on TikTok for a TikTok edit is like the best. So I'm gonna do the YouTube edit.
So before we start, I just have a disclaimer. This tutorial is very, very fast. It might be really confusing. I recommend just slowing down the video or just watching me and muting me and just looking at what I'm doing. Yeah, I really hope this video helps you, and let's get started. So first you want to open the app and press new project. Then if you downloaded a scene pack or you have clips of your own, add them to your timeline. Then you want to add the edits audio. Now,
so we see videos and it's easy to do those, but like what about photos? Like just using photos. Like let's see. Okay. Guys, why don't we just start with something like this and see? You know what I mean? Like see what we can do. I do like this. I'm gonna like this. I might come back to this. I'm gonna make a little album of photos and videos of this guy, and then we'll come back and we'll start the edit. So I was pondering on TikTok, and I was like, okay, I want to generate a handful of these. You know, I'm trying to be Santa Claus right now, spreading the gift of the holidays. That cheer. I was thinking. And I was like, okay, if there's CapCut templates that I can just upload and put in, might as well just use them. Because we're on a little time crunch, but I still want to show the whole experience right now. So, on TikTok, I found this template. I'll show for you guys.
With that, the 2025 season comes to an end. Good night.
I think this is gonna be like really good. for this, because I think this is a really good song for him, which is why I'm choosing Where Have You Been. I know it's kind of more on the sadder side and it's not more like whatever, but I think this is gonna be good for him. So without further ado, I tried it, and here's some videos I have of him. Let's do 5 photos in a video. 5 photos in a video. Okay, do the first photo. I have quite the selection, so let's do a good one first. Let's do this one first. Second one. This. Third. Is this back to more?
And with that, the 2025
Okay, so there's nothing there. Okay, and then it's a bunch of photos that are like point. Yeah, it's like all point. Okay, bunch of photos. So just rapid fire. Boom, boom, and then it's have you. Okay. Have you been? Oh, it's a bunch of them. Boom, boom, boom. All my life. Okay. Let's do a video from life. All my. That's okay. This one is gonna be that. Too short. Do that. Do that one. This one. Okay, let's see it. Let's see. It's generating.
And with that, the 2025 season comes to an end. Good night.
Yeah, I like this. Okay. Alright, we're gonna trim it up. We're gonna do the very end. Alright, that's cool. Bet. That's good, that's good, that's good. We're gonna make this closer. Drop. Bang. Good. How's that? Good. My eyes are closed in that photo, but it don't matter. I forgot myself in this. This is actually awesome. Okay, you gotta get just this. There we go. I love this. This is great. Yeah, that one's we're not okay. That's good. That's good. Drop this. Yes. Yeah. All right, guys. You ready for this?
And with that, the 2025 season comes to an end. Good night.
Oh, that's goated. That's so good. Okay. All right. Santa Claus is back in action, dude. Okay. So that's done. Okay. This is great. This is actually so wonderful. That's so fun. That's like fun to make. That was actually really fun. I want to make another one. Okay. So now that we have errands, which was like kind of the test run to see like how we can do things, and now that there's like templates that we can just pick and choose from and just uploading photos and videos into it, I'm gonna make my entire captain committee an edit and send it to the group chat and see what they think. So here we go. Let's find a new template to go after. I want like one that has a bunch of photos, so like I can just do as much. Why are there a bunch of SpongeBob edits? What? Oh, that's a sick edit. That's cool, bro. Oh, can I do a love me edit? Wait. Because love leads forward?
Want viral love me trend in CapCut?
It was always.
I'm not gonna make everybody
stop using this tradition.
Okay. I'm gonna... So I was looking at the different templates that CapCut has on TikTok of like different edits and whatnot, and a lot of the ones I wanted to use were landscape. I want to do a portrait one, so the one that I came across was this one. So I think it's simple. I think it's sweet, elegant. So we'll use this one for now. I'll make an album, upload things in the album. We'll make it. We'll see how we can do. I want to change the text and not put my 2025 core memories. I want to put like rules and regulations, event safety, or something like that. We'll see. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere without me. Wow, bunch of just okay. Let's just start it with all of us. And we're on 17. Okay, 17 can be a video. What's the longest? Okay, so we'll save like this can be this part. This can be this part. I know the last I want it to be Empower Every Smile. And then this one I want it to be Lauren. The end. I just took all of the images and videos and cropped it everything. So I'll show you the final result right here. All right, just like that, bro. Okay, I'm now going to display the final edited version of Aaron's. So funny.
And with that, the 2025 season comes to an end. Good night.
It's like silly, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like something to laugh at, cheer him up, something like that. And then here is the edited version of all of R&R event safety. All right, guys, there you have it. The holiday season. Now that we did the little holiday special with these little fan edits of my friend, I think it's a good time to move on to little family story for THON. So, you guys can follow along with me. You guys can check out thon.org, the THON main webpage. It has all different family stories, how to get involved. This is like your one-stop shop to knowing a lot about THON. Today we're gonna take it a little easy and just watch a family focus video. And I think no better way to start off with Braden Flegel. So if you guys don't know who he is, I'll let the video take it away.
So I'm Braden Flegel. I'm 18 years old. My interests, I love spending time with my family, playing the drums, helping other people. I'm an incoming freshman at Penn State World Campus.
I'm majoring in health policy and administration, and the goal is to work for 4 Diamonds one day. Being able to be a volunteer for THON was the main reason why I chose Penn State.
When you have to give like on the first day of school, when you have to give like one fun fact about yourself, what would you say?
I'm a childhood brain cancer survivor.
Well, my diagnosis was germinoma brain cancer on January 13th, 2021. I failed the vision screening at the DMV the day after my birthday, January 5th, a Tuesday, and then I went to the eye doctor and she said that my vision shouldn't have changed that much, and she saw some swelling on my optic nerve. And the next morning I woke up with a headache and slept it off, then woke up with another headache and slept it off, and my mom knew something was definitely not right at that point, so we moved my eye specialist appointment up to that day. He ran several tests, and then he looked at us and he goes, "You need to get to Hershey, and you need to get to Hershey now." An MRI showed there was a mass of some sort sitting in my brain.
He went into the hospital on the 6th of January. On the 8th of January, he had his first brain surgery, and he had a biopsy of the tumor, and they also relieved the hydrocephalus, the extra swelling and extra fluid that was around his brain.
The biopsy showed that the cancer was treatable, which was great news, and because germinoma responds very well to treatment. So then my second brain surgery was that Friday, the second Friday, the 15th, only 11 days after I turned 16.
Knowing that there was a treatment plan was good to know, but knowing also the journey, like not knowing what the journey was, but knowing there was a cancer journey and some of what was going to be there. I think what was scarier was the night of the ER, getting the first MRIs and hearing your son has a tumor, a mass in his brain. That was tough.
They said it was not a good situation. There was a lot of fluid that was not supposed to be there, and the waiting, and then the next morning, and of course, you have a terrified 16-year-old. We have to be strong and help him through, and then the pediatric neurosurge team comes in, all of them, early in the morning with obviously no sleep and a terrified child, giving you all these options and telling you, and you can't see straight or know up from down, to then hear that your child needs to have one of these surgeries. And yeah, definitely terrifying, the entire experience. And you never really have a second to stop and process what you just heard and what's happening. And in this case, it had to move very quickly. Like, there was not time. He needed the surgery. We needed to move forward and see.
Well, you felt like you were waiting sometimes for something, but you were always thinking, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? How are we gonna handle this? What's life gonna be like? How is this gonna impact Braden and the family and his brothers?
It was scary, definitely. And it was hard, especially when he was in the PICU, because we couldn't be there because it was during COVID. So we were stuck at home doing video calls, which was definitely hard. And it was definitely great when he got to come home.
I didn't know a lot of what was going on, but when we moved to a 1,000 square foot apartment in Philly for his radiation, it really started to kick in.
It was really scary and frightening. I didn't know if I was going to survive, to be 100% honest. It is a lot of frightening, a lot of scary. Fortunately, I made it through. I rang the bell on August 9th, 2021. I threw that rope, gave them all a huge hug. It was such a great relief to know I survived.
And he got to ring the bell at the end of radiation at CHOP, but then in August of 21 when he rang his remission bell and the support of his neurosurgeon came back for his bell ringing, and of course the oncology team was there, and just everything that is something we won't ever forget along the journey. When we were in the PICU and he was in his second brain surgery, I believe, when our 4 Diamond social worker came in, and the last thing you're thinking in there is, how do I pay the bills? What do I do? How do I figure this out? And she came in at the perfect time because he's now in his second brain surgery, and she introduced herself and just said everything is going to be taken care of. We had to move to Philadelphia for his radiation at CHOP, so she helps coordinate all of that. Just any questions, anything that parents or loved ones in the family don't have time to be thinking about, because Braden was our priority, taking care of the 2 at home was our priority, not all those little details.
Form for this,
Yes.
a form for, you know, insurance or just anything. She just answered, and that's what.
I mean, everything. Things you wouldn't even think of if you were, I hate to say, just in the hospital because you needed a knee replacement, but all those things that need done, that's the last thing you're going to think about. Her stepping in at that time was wonderful.
It was cool to see when we were waiting in the car to go in, just the sea of people just flooding into the BJC doors, and I'm like...
And then all the fraternities and sororities and organizations who go sprinting through to try and get the best spots, and all the foam letters up in the air all weekend long.
That's what we feel all year from all of you. It's not just, while there are no words for that weekend, that's what we feel the entire year. The relationships and the bond, even the year before when we didn't attend and things were virtual, just that support is, again, nothing can describe it, because it means the world to us. And that everyone, it's not just about Braden. These boys are included just as much all of the time. Sometimes they do something a little more actively than what Braden might, and it's more about the sibling and the family, not just the kiddos battling it, and they never feel like it's not for them.
Just the support of everybody. I know that's a pretty vague answer, but all of the volunteers, and just from the volunteers, like the I forget which committee it is, who, like, they're taking out the trash bags on the floor and they're smiling from ear to ear all the way up to the executive directors and everybody in between, and everybody who packs the BJC and fundraise millions and millions and millions of dollars. And not just at THON, but like all the mini THONs and everywhere, and then all the people at Hershey and all the people researching for a cure for the kids.
That's so interesting to me that when he is communicating either text or phone or a Zoom or in person with any of his THON kiddos, it never seems like they don't get it. Like, they just totally get it. Like, they wouldn't say, or you guys that are watching this would never look at him and go, oh, I understand. They know they'll never understand, but they don't make it harder for him. So many, you know, as an 18-year-old, a lot of 18-year-old friends that he just graduated with, like, what do you mean you don't remember? Of course you just said that or did that. And that just goes to show one more thing of this group who knows, like, this is okay, that we're gonna help him through it, versus like, how did you not remember that?
Now we have a Nittany Lion now. I was never planning to go to Penn State before, and now I'm doing Penn State World Campus, and then hopefully transition up to here in a few years.
We're battling the long-term side effects, like I have memory loss, and I have specifically short-term memory loss, and I have slower processing speeds now. I have to use memory tricks, and fortunately I've had such an amazing family that's been able to support me.
He has hopes that he can come here to main campus, but he also knows that he may have to do this all and just come to main campus for THON and to walk across the stage in many years. So we are preparing in a whole different world, but I will say we have tried, like his room has been redone. We've made it very dorm-like for him. So if it's someone in a situation where your first one was ready to go to college and now has to do it at home for this or any other reason, we are trying to give him a college experience as much as we can at home. I mean, it's going to be far from coming here and living, but we have made those. One of our friends was just over and walked in and went, "Oh, this looks like a dorm room," and I was like, "Good."
So that was the
like
goal.
it has. He's not eating in there, but minus that, like just trying to give some normalcy.
What's your plans,
to
Troy?
THON.
I'm planning on going to Penn State and doing THON too.
We're looking at the THON 2030 or 2031 executive director.
That's awesome. I think it's important to have like a routine of reading these family stories or watching these family stories, because it really keeps what we do and why we do it at the forefront. And, you know, just how we spend time laughing and having fun, making edits for my friends. All of this is for THON. And it keeps the mission at the front. And it keeps us motivated to keep going. Because we do it for the kids. FDK. It's really special. It's really inspiring. I think every time I watch a video or I read a new story, just like shines the spark and the light that I have for THON even brighter. And I thought it was as bright as it could be. And it just keeps on growing. It's a really special thing. So I hope you guys learned something from that, this episode. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a really, really good holiday for those who celebrate, and for those that are on break, enjoy it. Maybe check out another family story. Please consider donating if you thought that this was fun, entertaining, educational. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please consider donating if you have the chance. Share this with family and friends. And leave some suggestions down in the comments if you want to see me do something different. So, I'll see you guys in the next one.